Greetings, everybody. We are back. Classic Tetris Monthly, Das Masters 2025. More Tetris than anybody can handle. My word. Okay. What are we doing right now? We are going to do the orange bracket. We're going to finish that out. We've already got a result up top. Fractal and Tommy NTG will be playing in the top 16. And now it's time to find out who's going to be playing against Bendy. We've got Avgeek and Vance here in our first match. The second match, the winner of that will play against Peak. And then the winner of that later this month will play against Bendy in the round of 16. All right, quick review of the rules. Yes, remember, you can play an emulator or console. Don't modify the game mechanics, appearance, or statistics, except in the way that we want you to. You can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether mechanical, electronical, or biological. That's right, no biological or anatomical turbo. Players should not receive any real-time advice. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you. Remember, we're starting on level 18 all the way through. We will be re-rolling the piece sets in between each game of the match. Players, if you can hear me now, make sure your hertz and input displays are turned on. Remember, this is a DAS tournament, not a, kinda, sorta, technically DAS tournament. It's more of an actually DAS tournament. So actually play DAS, press and hold. One quick tap at the end of a DAS sequence allowed. You can one and two tap in the middle of the board as much as you want. Doesn't matter. Best of 5 throughout DAS Masters, and the winner gets absolutely something. And that is a share in a prize pool, which currently stands at $70707. We got $292.83 to go until we reach our $1,000 incentive. And that will allow us to pay the top 8 of our players. If you want to contribute to that prize pool, use the Matcherino command. If you're watching live, the second link that comes up will be the DAS Masters link. Click on that. It's a 2-click login to our partner, Matcherino. And once you're logged in, the top right-hand corner has a mustard-colored button that says Contribute. Click on that button and contribute. $1 is fine. No one's going to shame you over $1. I mean, you'll be paying like 2/3 of that in fees or something. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. There's a little fee from Matcherino for the use of their service, and it's okay. But yeah, if you want to contribute to that prize pool, use the Matcherino command. $1, $2, $5, $10, $20 even. Can you imagine? Holy crap. All right, that's Matcherino. Patreon, if you want to support the channel, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Thank you to our patron, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, Tacknerus, Corporal 381, shall be satisfied, Cat 91J in the window, Troy Dan, Kim S, and our double sticker club and community level members. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris to support the channel. You can also use bits and subs on Twitch. You can use stickers and channel subscriptions on YouTube, and you can gift some of those things on either of those channels. And if you are an Amazon Prime member on Twitch, you can get a Twitch Prime sub. You get one anyway to apply to the streamer of your choice every single month. Use it or lose it. So don't lose it. Use it on us. Why not? All right. Let's check in on our players. All right. They appear to be warming up. So I want to refresh the streams and just make sure that we are all synced up, simultaneous like. We should be good. Oh my gosh. Ermagerd. All right, players, I will be giving you some pieces. I mean, I'll be giving you a code to input into the game, which will load up a piece sequence. Do you think he's Jeff Jr.? Oh, my word. Baby Jeff. I'm just going to adjust one stencil, like a tiny little bit. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We've got, we had Baby Green Tea, Baby Yanni, Baby Jeff. Had Baby Andy Garcia. All right, let's go ahead and Baby Yanni. Maybe you weren't here. That was Nolan, right? Wasn't that Nolan? You haven't been here the whole time, Tetris. You really missed out. Nolan did not like that nickname. No, that's true. Yeah, it's a round one match. Oh my god. Oh my! You caught me in a thing where I didn't make a thing 100% perfect. Oh, you caught me. You've been here since 2020? Well, you missed. You missed the good years, Tetris. It's all downhill from 2019. Oh, Eggmaster? Oh, true. Eggmaster. That's true. It was like Nolan on Twitch, and then Eggmaster, and then Kilometers the Average. What did Nolan start? Classic Tetris. Nolan started something. Did Nolan start Dr. Mario Monthly? Why do I have that in my head that Nolan started Dr. Mario Monthly? I don't know. I don't know why I thought. Is that true? Yeah, him and Bendy. Oh my god, that's crazy. How wow. That is wild. That is some deep lore. All right, both players are ready. It is our Benji, right? Not Bendy, Benji. Both players are ready. Avgeek and Vance meeting up in round one of a potential 6 rounds. So it is beginning of a journey. Let us go ahead and get these two players underway. Avgeek and Vance. Lots of V's. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side, it is Avgeek, seed number 24 out of the United States of America with a dash PB of 1.26. Ranked number 15 on the DAS Premier poll. Ahead of Meme. So that is high praise. Ahead of Meme. Can you imagine? So yes, Avgeek on the DAS Premier poll is a former winner of CTM Hopefuls in July 2024. It was a top 4 finisher in the silver bracket in 2024 CTWC. 7th in the Jonas Cup last year. And also took part in silver and bronze brackets in CTWC going back to 2021. And AV, early on, I thought Avgeek meant like audio visual. Like, I was like AV club in high school and they would like push the VCRs around. Well, no, aviation. The 104 Avgeek. On the right side, it is Vance. 125 for him. I haven't seen a ton of Vance. I know that Vance has played in a couple of the Northeast qualifiers. Qualifying in today, Seed 25 with a 1.2 million DAS PB. Has played in some of the Northeast CTWC qualifiers. I know a few months back finished in the top 4 in a hopeful circuit. I don't know a lot about Vance, to be honest. I got to admit. Has played in a Tetris friendlies against Louis Scuey. That is, who could remember that classic matchup? Vance and Louis Scuey. Oh, that's right. That's true. Was in silver bracket in 2024. That is true. That is on my list. Let's see. I don't know. There's we have that great Liquipedia, which has a lot of players, their profile pages, and I guess there's a little bit of a debate on whether they want a lot of players or not many players or whatever. I vote for having a lot of players because it's very useful, especially as we get a new DAS scene established, right? 267 for Vance, 270 for Avgeek. Tetris says, both players lost to me in silver bracket in CTWC. Yeah, I was going to try to not mention that, because I didn't want to depress the players. I mean, they're trying to play and win a match. Motivation matters, Tetris. I didn't want to mention it. 316 for Avgeek, 316 for Vance. This is our second of 3 broadcasts for today. We already resolved the green bracket in DAS Masters. Leo has emerged as a top 16 finisher out of the 18th seed. We're doing orange bracket today, or right now. A little later in the evening, we will have Alex T versus Rose, and the winner versus Sharky. Tomorrow, just the one broadcast. How did I get away with having one broadcast on a day? That's going to be the final preliminary bracket of DAS Masters. And that'll be a blue bracket. Hidari, Salted Sofa, means egg. And then we can proceed with the top 16s of all the brackets. 380 here for Avgeek. 442 for Vance. There's Tetris for Vance, 487. Avgeek has participated in the Lone Star event that we have run from 2022 to 2023, all 3 years. We're into 19. Vance at 560. Avgeek at 468. So about a 96,000 point lead when I said that. Of course, that's the frustration with giving score updates, is they're like instantaneously obsolete. 543 for Avgeek, 573 for Vance. Long bar, non-Tetris for Vance. Vance shakes the head. Says, I got you baited. That is not a Tetris. All right, Tetris Avgeek 630 now in the lead by about 40,000 points. Also ahead by about 8 lions. So kind of a costly sequence here for Vance. Now just trying to survive a challenging left side situation. All right, there we go. That T's going to help. Now, just hoping for a J piece and maybe holding out a little too long. Created some gaps. Oh, maybe he could have put that long bar flat, but I don't, what do I know? I mean, I'm not here. I'm not playing. Some great survival here from Vance, though. And trying to quick tap these pieces over. Not going to happen. Vance going to top out at 608. And Avgeek will take game number 1. GG. Zzz. A suffer 19 from Vance, he says. Ahead by 8 Lions. Lions. What's up, Sunny D? How's it going? Mr. Burrow and Neto hanging out over on YouTube. Thanks for holding down the fort. I think we've done too much Tetris for YouTube. They're just like, no, that we don't want this much. Because you got to remember, they're only used to getting like Masters and DAS Masters when it was like 16. Now they're getting 32 Masters and DAS Masters players each. It's too much Tetris for YouTube. They're getting exhausted. All right, pieces are. Did I give the pieces? Yes, C4539C. I'm sure somebody wants to pin that seed, but they really don't. So I guess I'll do it. Monthly Tetris did it. We're going to have to make some more mods. There's more random seeds than mods can handle. All right, C4539C. The Ito N green tea from Avgeek. It's a favorite of mine, though I like it on ice. C4539C, both players ready. I don't like it straight out of the bottle. I need it to be on ice. All right, both players ready. Game number 2. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You have rice tea. It's cold out of the fridge. I understand it's cold. I need it to be on ice. I don't know why. It's very earthy. It's very nutty in flavor. And I think maybe just having it on ice dilutes it just a little bit. This is not your Lipton green tea, okay? This is serious stuff. All right, we're underway here in game 2. Avgeek up 1-0. All right, Tetris for Avgeek. Vance dealing with some garbage at the bottom of the stack. He's just going to take that triple. He's not going to mess around with some nutty center well. But he is going to mess around with an intentional Z-spin setup and get it. That's how you know someone's serious about Tetris. They set up that intentional Z-spin, and you know that they are studied. All right, a nice safe triple there for Avgeek to bring the board down before it gets out of hand. Trying to wait out a little mini drought. There's a skimming a Tetris for Avgeek. That S piece didn't make it all the way to the left for Vance. That's going to leave a little bit of a gap, though. He's got one Tetris buried underneath there, but that's going to require some attention. We'll see how he approaches it. Longbar gets in for a triple. Avgeek gets the Tetris 242, 150 for Vance. or Vance? What do you think of Vance? Kind of like that. It's a little more. There's a little more flair, right? Little bit of a flourish. 157 for Vance, 269 for Avgeek. There's another Tetris Avgeek, 292. So just about halfway to the 19 transition. Avgeek at 292. So high 500 transition in the offing. Vance with a little bit of a suffer start here, 164 through 69. And Vance just going to bring this board all the way down. He's not messing around with, dirty center well Tetrises. He's like, no, I am trying to get this back down to a column 10 at the bottom. Tetris Avgeek, meanwhile, 345. Another Tetris Avgeek ahead by about 190,000 points. And you can see Vance, a little bit like, when is this going to end? When do I get back down to the bottom? All right, well, he's open and clean here for the moment. Let's see how he's going to attack this. Meanwhile, Avgeek is up about 240,000 points at 100 lines. And Vance finally clean, finally set up for a Tetris, and is overjoyed in getting a long bar for the Tetris. 218 at 110 lines. Now, this is not the min-out tournament, okay? This is an actual tournament. This is not the all singling until 19 tournament in Stupid Tetris Monthly. 466 for Avgeek, Tetris for Vance, 245. Yes, Avgeek is an aviation geek, a pilot in training. $536 for Avgeek at 127, 255 for Vance. The same line count. Avgeek and a Tetris in at 560. And Vance with a sub 300 transition at 19. So let's see what happens here. There, it's only a 271,000 point lead, and like that has been overcome in the past. So I mean, this is by no means a gimme, and players do have to try to play and win. All right, Avgeek taking a few burns here, just trying to get a good setup. She's got some pace she can kind of waste on getting the board, kind of the way she wants it. So 629 for Avgeek. 363 for Vance. And that's going to be a top out for Vance. 365. Avgeek, good. In game number 2. Vance. Is he crying, smiling, or both? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know exactly. All right, let's get these players some pieces. The pieces are going to be 2C82 8F 2 Charlie 82 8 Foxtrot. Pollo says Vance is from Guatemala. I had no idea. All right, the seeds are good. The players are ready. The game is beginning. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Vandy, what kind of coffee do you like? I'm kind of a cold brew guy, you know. I don't drink a lot of hot coffee. I'll drink it all, and I do like espresso. Though I do get a lot of like Americanos, right? I don't know, pretty much anything, to be honest. I'm not like I don't have a lot of knowledge, like nerdy knowledge about it, but I know I like everything. $162 for Avgeek, 71,000 for Vance. Tetris Avgeek 185. I'm sorry, not 175, just regular 75 for Vance. There's a Tetris. Tetris from Vance. In the This Week in Tetris DAS statistics rankings, Avgeek was number 9 in level 19 efficiency. Well, that's exciting. I've never been in the top 10 of anything. 279 for Avgeek, 195 for Vance. I recommend checking out the article if you haven't seen it yet. Over on our Borrows This Week in Tetris. 370 for Avgeek, 220 for Vance. Another kind of low pace for Vance. Takes a triple and a Tetris. $317 here for Vance, $462 for Avgeek. Over at that article on This Week in Tetris, you can see a comparison for DAS players of sort of the Legends era or the Jonas era, like 2010 through 2018, versus 2024 to see just how much better today's players are. in fair median score, median 19 transition, all that kind of stuff. So really fascinating article. 345 for Vance, 509 for Avgeek. This is a do or die game here for Vance. Does need to win this one to advance to the next game in this match. 402 for Vance. Tetris 425, 543 for Avgeek. And Avgeek looking to lock this down right now. In theory, just in terms of, you know, seed order, this should be the closest match of the tournament, 24 and 25 seeds. All right, Vance is in at 455. Tetris for Vance gets it over. He's set up again. 618 transition for Avgeek. About 140,000 point difference right now. Vance trying to cut into this lead, but Avgeek, a top-rated player for 19 efficiency, so that's going to be a tough assignment. All right, Avgeek now set up, waiting, ready. Where is the bar? There it is. Ding dong. Tetris for Avgeek, 686, 575 for Vance. That L was not going to get over there for Vance, and that is really going to put a crimp in his style. In fact, he's going to top out at 576. And Avgeek is good in game number 3, and we will be moving on after a sweep of Vance. GG Vance. Some kind of a suffer set from the beginning, but I'm looking forward to see you again. For now, it's going to be Avgeek moving on. I'm going to go ahead and set up our next match with Avgeek and Peak. Geek and Peak. Oh, my word. All right, be right back. Nine. This does not look right. Oh, something's wrong with my something's wrong with my graphics here. I just gotta fix my graphics real quick. So just bear with me, guys, because you know I prefer doing things my own way. Hey everybody, it's your old pal, Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell and follow us on Twitch and on YouTube. at twitch.tv/monthlytetris or youtube.com/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. Where's my, there we go. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry, my graphics got messed up. I'm not sure if it was a Dropbox thing or whatever, but let me just, it's gonna be one more moment while I fix these. Okay, I think we should be good. Yeah, we will be good. Okay, just about there. All right, let me just reset all the little doohickeys here. Blur, blur, blur. It's round 2. All right, we are back. Can Vandy handle so much streaming month after month? Yeah, it's easy. No problem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is like a joy to do. It's not a burden, it's a joy. All right, let's get these players some seeds. Pieces are going to be 107D8A. 107D8A. Just going to refresh these streams. And just make sure we're 100% synced up. All right, looks like we got one player ready. We're just about there with the other. All right, right, looks like both players are on seed. Both players are ready. And both viewers want this to happen. So let us count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Orange bracket. This match will determine the final player coming out of the orange bracket into the top 16. The winner of this match will face Bendy later in the month in a bracket that already has Fractal, Tommy, and Bendy. On the left side, it is Peak. Coming in at seed number 9 from the USA. The PB of 1.2 million with DAS. Or at least living in the United States anyway. Played a long time in classic Tetris scene, going back to 2020. Has participated in the 2 online years of CTWC, 1 year in the silver bracket, 1 year making it into the top 24, going out against Pixel Andy in 2021, and also came in the top 4 in the silver bracket in 2022. Finished second to Leo in the CT DAS Real Tournament 2, and is kind of the main editor and caster and just kind of person doing all the grunt work for Kingsman on the with the Classic Tetris League. So that is Peak on the left side. On the right side, it is Avgeek seed number 24. Defeated Vance on our way here to the next round as a DAS PB of 1.26 million points. In 2024, won a Hopefuls tournament. So got that role before it kind of got deprecated. Was number 7 in the Jonas Cup 2024, the first one ever. Took part in the 20 CTWC silver and bronze brackets in 2021 through 2024, finishing as high as 4th last year, going out against Tetris. I don't want to say it too loud, you know, you don't want to depress someone, but and has participated in the Lone Star festivities for CTM the last 3 years. We probably won't be having one this year. And if we do, it almost certainly won't be at the Classic Game Fest in Austin. There's still an outside shot I could try to make something happen toward the end of the year. 304 for Avgeek, 321 for Peak. Poopy Old Hag says Peak is the winner of perhaps the first ever DAS tournament hosted by Chrissy Ford. There is a name from the past. 374 for Peak. 354 for Avgeek. We're going to be rhyming a lot in this match. Now, is this right? If they never played, they must have played against one another at some point. I don't think they've ever played against you. The match database does not have them with a match against one another. That seems bonkers to me with just how long these players have been around. Yet there's nothing in the match database, nothing on Liquipedia. So there's the Five Below for Avgeek on the left side. Still amazing to me that a DAS player can do that high on the board. I mean, I'm sure it's easier than it looks, but I don't know. It just looks like I can't do that. I don't know. Could I? Would I see it? That's the thing. Would I see it? It's really about the recognition, you know? And I don't know if I would recognize the opportunity. 515 here for Peak. 481 for Avgeek. So maybe I'm really the first person to have this problem of these two players rhyming, like, and just being constantly hilarious. 530 for Peak, 518 Avgeek. It's like a Dr. Seuss match. All right, 561 for Peak, 522 for Avgeek. All right, Avgeek stack Peak stack not looking too sleek here, and the stack is gonna peak, and that's game one for Avgeek. All right. Peak looks very unimpressed. Let's get these players some new pieces before Peak kills me. I don't know. Death stare here. 1D, 0D, C0. 1D, 0D, C0. Oh my God. All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on fleek. Nah, I'll stop. All right, 1D, 0, DC, 0. I'm going to try really hard not to rhyme. All right, let's go. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Peak is all business. When it comes to Tetris, he is all business. Not here to mess around. He is here to play and win. Long bar over Tetris Avgeek. There's one for Peak. Another Tetris for Peak. Avgeek waiting out the bar. And there's the bar on the Tetris. There's a tuck and a Tetris for Avgeek. Pollo saying that he and Peak almost got tattoos together in 2022. My word. What a weekend. 145 for Avgeek, 167 for Peak. There's a Tetris Peak, 237, one for Avgeek, 215, same line count, and about a 22,800 point lead for Peak. So that's basically one Tetris lead, almost exactly for Peak, plus pushdown points. All right, so I think Avgeek missed an S spin down the right side. It's going to slow her down a little bit. Long bar goes in the middle, trying to clean this up. Would love a J piece. Well, maybe wouldn't like a J piece anymore. All right, just going to take the triple, not going to mess around. Column 9, dirty well. Oh my goodness. What happened? Oh no. All right. We're going to give you one gimme. It was close when it happened. We're going to replay this game. This is you get one warning. Don't have it fall out of the port again. We're just going to replay this one. One warning. If it happens again, it stands, but it was separated by about a Tetris when it happened. It was obviously not on purpose. So don't kill me, Peak. Like, all right. All right. New piece is going to be 7D C7 FD. 7D C7 FD. I don't even want to look directly at him. He's just gonna, I don't know. It wasn't me. Go find Avgeek. 7D C7 FD. All right, this is the real game number 2. That was just the practice. Again, you have been given a warning. If it happens again, the result of the match will stand. All right, so let's count them down. Game number 2, Peak versus Avgeek in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We don't want the result of these matches to be determined by technical happenstance, right? We're here to play Tetris, not to play whose controller stays in the best. But on the other hand, there are, limits. Now that it's a known issue, now Avgeek can be aware of it. 47,000 for Avgeek, 29,000 for Peak. Dan V. Pants has rated us with a party of 6. All right, Tetris over for Avgeek. There's one over for Peak. 100,000 to 77. Peak in the lead. All right, kind of double dependent there for Avgeek. And that's going to be a top out anyway for Avgeek. So, however you wanted that game 2 to happen, it happened that way. So, Peak going to tie it up. You are good. All right, we are tied. Somehow we got here and we are tied. Let's go ahead. When you're ready, players, if you need to take a moment, you can take a moment. But here are the pieces. 84108C. You're just making the loss official. Got it. 84108C. Daniel Lum says Peak takes game 2, 2-0. Right. Eight 84108C. 84108. Okay, they're good. All right, it is game 3. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 4? No, best of 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Starting off with the IJO. Okay, that's a way to start. All right, Longbar gets over for Geek. There is Tetris number 1. And Peak looking for Tetris number 1. We're getting a little droughted here. Skim and a Tetris. There's the Tetris for Peak. Yeah, that's for sure, Poyo. I definitely don't want to owe a gambling debt to Peak right now. I don't know why. That's what I don't want. 96,000 for Peak, 74,000 for Avgeek. The Peak knows. Both players at 119,700 through 27 lines. Longbar gets over for Peak. There's one for Avgeek. Do you remember that time I thought I'd muted myself and I like belched? And I think I muted it on the stream, but I didn't mute it into the recorder, and Pumpy left it in. I'm just paranoid that that's gonna happen like every single time. I'm drinking, a Dr. Pepper. It happens. But now I'm just super paranoid every time I like triple check that mute button. Tetris Avgeek setting up the Vits and gets it, and the Longbar to get the Tetris. That's the best sequence in Tetris. 239 for Avgeek, 239 for Peak. And those rankings on the This Week in Tetris blog, Peak was in the top 10 for consistency. Basically, the transition rate for 19. Peak was number 9, getting to the 19 transition. 91.6% of the time, adjusted for, when opponents top out and stuff. 295 for Peak. And this is not going to be one of those times. So Peak is going to top out at 296 on level 18. Avgeek going to take this one. And goes up 2 games to 1. Adobe Premiere gave a warning that you left the belch in, and you ignored it, Pumpy. and you ignored it. What a jerk. All right. It is game number 4. Let's get these players their game 4 pieces. 7-5 D1 5E. 7-5 D1 5E. No, of course, Pumpy did not leave it in on purpose. Why is it called the VITS? It is short for vertical eye tuck setup. Does Premiere have a belch detector? Is that true? Oh my God. Technology. All right, both players have got the ready signs on. They have got the seeds. They have got the will to win. And we will start right now. Game number 4, 3, 2, 1 Tetris, Avgeek. We're going to wrap it up right now. Peak needs to win to force a deciding game 5. And right off the bat, placements are different. Oh, wow. The JOJO opener, the double 5 below opener, like the 10 below opener. You don't see that very often. All right, Peak trying to keep this board flat. That left side, oh, that L piece is beautiful for that left side and for the right side. What a piece. Long bar gets over. Crisis averted. Peak with the Tetris and another one to bring the stack down. Adjusting that square back into the middle. 95,000 for Peak. 93,000 for Avgeek. Tetris Avgeek 117, 121 for Peak. All right, Peak now as an open well, trying to avoid putting additional weight over that hole, but cannot avoid it. Reopens the well, long bar goes in, and a Tetris 196, 169, and now 192 for Avgeek. $266 for Peak, $239 for Avgeek. I have a tough situation in the middle of that board. Really kind of all in on a bar, and really even a bar at this point. Not going to do anything. That's going to be a top out for Avgeek, and Peak will take game number 4. And we've got ourselves a decider. Avgeek, if you need to take a moment just to center yourself, you know, repeat your mantra. No, Avgeek was toast in that match. Listen, Flex Style, you don't need to come in and call people toast. That is not appropriate. All right, let's get these players some new pieces. Everyone get your toast out. We got the toast song. We never get to the toast song. Yet we have a whole emote for it. New pieces. A1081C. A1081C. Peak says, this is like every set I have against Somalian. This is a very Somalian-like set indeed. All right, let's get that decider out. All right, folks, what was once a best of 5, now a best of 6. Just kidding. All right, let me check the seeds. A10, A1C. All right, both players ready. The winner goes to the round of 16 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, Avgeek starting off 30 hertz tapping right off the beginning. Look at that. All right, Tetris for Peak. Avgeek trying to uncover here, does uncover. And now just trying to get Tetris ready again. Meanwhile, Peak Tetrising up to 92,000 here in this decider. Can you believe I used to remove the Toast song from the playlist? How could I have done such a thing? Tetris for Peak 140, 77,000 for Avgeek. Well, I just didn't want any songs with words, you know, but I had to put, you know, we prefer doing things our own way back on there. And if I was going to do that, then I may as well leave the Toast song. The Avgeek and Vance match, that was a sweep, right? Yeah, it was. Yeah. All right, kind of a similar formation on that left side, which is kind of a problem for Avgeek in that first game, but able to fill it out. Avgeek sets up, gets a Tetris 270, 350 for Peak here in this deciding game 5. The winner will play against Bendy in the round of 16. Players in the top 8 seeds get an automatic berth into the top 16. Oh, no line spin for Avgeek. Was trying to win the tournament right here, just getting that knockout line spin. Players in those 9 through 16 spots have to defend their seeding from the players in the 17 through 32 rounds. So they get a 1-round bye. The top 8 gets a 2-round bye, and then everybody 17 through 32 has to play it out in the first 2 rounds. Or play it out in the first round. 352 for Avgeek, 496 for Peak. I'll pop the link to the bracket here if you want to take a look at it. 377 for Avgeek, 520 for Peak. There's a Tetris. There's a Tetris for Avgeek, 421, 593 for Peak. $618 transition for Peak. That is huge. Sometimes a blessing, sometimes a curse, though. Longbar gets over Tetris. Peak 647, 443 for Avgeek. All right, Peak trying to keep this down. The middle of that board. Peak a little frustrated here. A great long bar to help bring this board down. Makes that left side accessible by a square. 501 for Avgeek. Peak still trying to work this board down here on level 19 speed with Das. It is not a given. And a very nice long bar there for Peak. Going to help him bring this down. All right. And it goes right to work setting back up for Tetris. Is not going to take a breather, you know, trying to get like some cheap triple. He's just like right back to Tetris readiness, trying to win this here. Long bar gets over. Tetris for Peak, 702, 564 for Avgeek. It's about 140,000 point lead for Peak right now. Peak is ahead by about 14 lines. Which is about, what, 42 pieces? Is that how it works? No, it's about 35 pieces. And a top out for Avgeek. The stack just got a bit too high there and just ended up topping out. And Peak is good. In game number 3, he has successfully defended his 9th seeding in this tournament from the 24 seed Avgeek. What a match. What a game from both of these players. Both of them really easily could be in the top 16 in any single month. But today, it is going to be Peak moving on. Thanks, Avgeek. Hope to see you in subsequent months. You did awesome. And, you know, get an elastic band to strap that controller in. Peak kind of mulling it out, looking for a max out, and certainly has the runway for it. You know, you tried to adjust for the Vance. I totally missed it. Ronkley says, you may not like it, but this is what PKRIC looks like. That's funny. Oh, Peak. All right. Waiting for the bar. There's the bar, but where is this Tetris going to come from? Let's see. All right, is set up for a Tetris. Needs the bar, has some skims. No more burns available now. And now just has to go all out waiting for this bar. There's the bar and the Tetris and the max out for Peak in game number 5 to finish out this decider. Peak, we will see you in the round of 16. All right, let's report the results of this. We'll show you our top 16 picture, what we're looking at. And both these players like noping out of here. Like, see ya. I won. Gotta go by. All right. Let me bring up the top 16. Let's refresh the thing. And we're almost there. We got 2 more spots to determine. Fractal and Tommy, Bendy and Peak, Nenu, Somalian, Eliash and Leo, Andy and Tristop. That is going to be fun. 6 Burker and excuse me, and Blue Scooty. So we just got 2 more to go. One of them will be tonight. We'll be starting in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's going to be Alex Thatch against Rose. And the winner of that against Sharky. That's main event material. We saw Rose at Jonas Cup. And she'll be making her, I believe, CTM debut. So that is going to be a fun one tonight. And then we have one last one tomorrow. So anyway, here's tonight. This is tonight. It's the top half, 7:15. And then tomorrow, we've got Blue. Das Masters Blue will be the final preliminary bracket. It's going to be Hideri, Sofa, and Uf Means Egg feeding into the dog playing Tetris match. So that is it, my friends. I will see you in about 2.5 hours. Thanks again to those of you who supported the channel or the prize pool. And a special shout out to our patrons, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, Tacnerus, Corporal 381, Shall Be Satisfied, KK91J in the window, Troy Dan, Kim S, sticker and double sticker club level members and community level members. Thank you all so much. And if you want to support us, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. And don't forget the prize pool. Use the Matcherino command here in the live chat or go to Matcherino and I don't know, you can go to go.ctm.gg/dasprize. You'll remember that, right? No problem. All right. Let's go ahead and end stream. See you later. YouTube, have a good one. See you later tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Don't miss it. And then Twitch, I guess we can raid you over to someone or other. Raid you over to...